Jack's brave adventure in Neverland, the battle with Captain Hook. Once upon a time, in a land far away, there was a magical place called Neverland, where dreams came true, and adventures never ended. In this wondrous land, lived a boy named Peter Pan, who loved flying more than anything in the world. Peter Pan's best friend was the tiny but brave fairy named Tinker Bell. Together, they went on countless adventures, but none as exciting as the one they were about to embark on with a special boy named Jack. Jack was a brave 6-year-old boy who lived in the real world. One night, as he lay in bed, he was visited by Peter Pan himself. Peter flew in through Jack's window, sprinkling a little bit of pixie dust as he entered. "Hello, Jack," Peter Pan greeted with a wide smile. "How would you like to come with me to Neverland? There's an adventure waiting for us, and we need someone brave like you to help." Jack's eyes sparkled with excitement. "Really? Oh yes. I'd love to come with you." With a sprinkle of pixie dust from Tinker Bell, Jack found himself floating in the air. He laughed with joy as he flew out of his window, following Peter Pan and Tinker Bell to the magical land of Neverland. When they arrived in Neverland, Jack was amazed by the beauty of the place. The skies were a brilliant blue, the forests were lush and green, and everything seemed to be alive with magic. Peter Pan led Jack to meet the Lost Boys, who were also excited to meet their new friend. "Welcome, Jack," the Lost Boys cheered. Jack felt right at home with his new friends, but their joy was cut short when they heard a loud and menacing laugh coming from the distance. "It's Captain Hook!" Peter Pan exclaimed. "He's up to no good again." Captain Hook, Peter Pan's archenemy, was a fierce pirate who always tried to cause trouble in Neverland. He was determined to capture Peter Pan and finally get rid of him once and for all. With his crew of pirates, Captain Hook's ship, the Jolly Roger, sailed through the seas of Neverland, spreading fear and chaos. "We have to stop Captain Hook and save Neverland," said Peter Pan, his eyes gleaming with determination. Jack felt a little nervous, but he remembered the bravery inside him. "I'm with you, Peter," Jack said firmly. "Let's stop Captain Hook together." Peter Pan, Tinker Bell, Jack, and the Lost Boys quickly devised a plan to outsmart Captain Hook. They would need to be clever and brave to defeat him. As they prepared, Tinker Bell flew around and whispered to Jack, "Remember, the most important thing is to believe in yourself. You can do anything if you believe." Jack nodded, feeling a surge of confidence. He knew he could do this. As night fell, the group set out towards Captain Hook's ship. They moved silently through the trees and bushes, making their way towards the Jolly Roger. When they reached the ship, they found a way to sneak on board without being detected by the pirates. Once they were on the ship, Peter Pan signaled to the Lost Boys to take their positions. Jack, Peter, and Tinker Bell made their way to the lower deck where they found Captain Hook giving orders to his crew. "Tonight, we will finally capture Peter Pan," Captain Hook declared, his hook hand gleaming in the moonlight. Peter Pan stepped forward, a defiant look on his face. "Not if we have anything to say about it, Hook." Captain Hook turned, surprised to see Peter Pan, Jack, and Tinker Bell standing before him. "You again," he snarled. "This time, you won't escape." A fierce battle ensued. The Lost Boys fought bravely against the pirates, while Peter Pan and Captain Hook clashed swords with each other. Jack, remembering Tinker Bell's words, found himself face to face with one of the pirate crew members. He took a deep breath, believing in himself, and managed to outsmart the pirate, tying him up with a rope. Meanwhile, Peter Pan and Captain Hook's duel was intense. Their swords clanged and sparked as they fought. "You can't win, Hook," Peter shouted. "We'll see about that, Pan," Captain Hook growled. Amidst the chaos, Tinker Bell flew to the ship's wheel and used her magic to take control of the Jolly Roger. With a sprinkle of pixie dust, the ship started to rise into the air, much to the astonishment of the pirates. "What's happening?" Captain Hook exclaimed, losing his footing and stumbling. "We've got the upper hand now," Jack shouted, feeling more confident than ever. With the ship aloft and the pirates in disarray, Peter Pan managed to disarm Captain Hook. "This ends here, Captain Hook," Peter declared, his sword pointed at Hook's chest. Defeated and humiliated, Captain Hook had no choice but to retreat with his crew. "This isn't over, Pan. I'll be back," he vowed as he and his pirates escaped on a rowboat, leaving the Jolly Roger in the hands of Peter Pan and the Lost Boys. With the threat of Captain Hook gone, Neverland was safe once again. The Lost Boys cheered and celebrated their victory. "We did it. Neverland is safe." Peter Pan turned to Jack with a grateful smile. "You were amazing, Jack. You were brave and believed in yourself. We couldn't have done it without you." Jack beamed with pride. He had found a new sense of courage and confidence. "Thank you, Peter. I believe in myself now more than ever." As the night went on, Peter Pan, Tinker Bell, and Jack flew back to Jack's home. It was time for Jack to return, but he knew he would always cherish the memories of his adventure in Neverland. "Goodbye, Jack," Peter Pan said with a wave. "Remember, as long as you believe in yourself, you can do anything." Jack smiled and waved back. "Goodbye, Peter. I'll never forget you and Neverland." With that, Peter Pan and Tinker Bell flew off into the night sky, leaving Jack with a heart full of bravery and a mind full of magical memories. From that day on, Jack always believed in himself and faced every challenge with courage. He knew that no matter what, he could achieve anything as long as he had faith in himself. And so, Jack drifted off to sleep, dreaming of his next adventure in the magical land of Neverland, where courage, friendship, and believing in oneself were the keys to every victory.
Created by a kid and their parent using Talebot, click the link in the video description to create your own story.